Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Derrick Rose. We're on your side this morning with everything you need to know as your kids head back to class. Don't forget, a lot of buses out there on the roadways this morning. First Alert meteorologist T.G. Shuck getting us started on Thursday. Newburgh Road, this is where this is happening right now, and you can see we have not seen the police, but we do know they are in pursuit. Sky 11 keeping its camera focused on that vehicle being pursued right now. At this point, Gary, no word on how many people may be in that vehicle. Obviously, at least one driver going up onto the sidewalk. People on the sidewalk. My goodness. These kinds of situations never, that looks like Bardstown Road there. In case you are just joining us, there is a lot to uncover here. You've just been listening to a news conference there out of the Southern District of New York. The Assistant U.S. Attorney June Kim laying out two separate schemes, an investigation that dates back to September of 2016 involving several assistant basketball coaches. Good evening, everyone. I'm Derrick Rose. We're breaking into programming for a special report and a news conference at the University of Louisville. The team captains from the now 14-member men's basketball team are holding a news conference, the first one since the FBI investigation news broke on Tuesday and since David Padgett was named interim coach just 2 hours ago. Let's listen in.
This is WHAS 11 News.
Right now at 6 o'clock, we continue to track this developing story. After a very long week for the University of Louisville men's basketball program, a step towards normalcy happening exactly 1 hour ago, David Padgett being named the interim head coach. Our Chris Williams at the news conference that just wrapped up within the past few minutes. Chris, your take. Chris, thank you. Our sports director, Kent Spencer, joining us here on set. And Kent, we know that David Padgett was an assistant coach for U of L.
Absolutely.
And Coach Rick Pitino sharing his thoughts on the scandal and suspension today with our Terry Miners. Pitino allowing Terry to share this text message on Twitter this afternoon. The text reading, "This weekend will be the saddest. So many years of opening day of practice. It's been 3 days and I miss my players so much." Rick Pitino also releasing a full statement publicly addressing for the first time his removal publicly. Pitino saying, quote, "First, I want to thank all my players from Providence, UK, and Louisville. Your support means more to me than I can possibly express. And second, to the many friends and fans who reached out to me in the last few days, I owe 1,000 thanks and apology for the disappointment you must have. I am proud for our many accomplishments and appreciate the continued support of the Louisville community. Again, 1,000 thanks." He also went on to thank Tom Jurich as well. And while waiting to hear news about an interim coach, dozens of Cards fans dressed in their red and gathered downtown at the Muhammad Ali Center to show their support for the team. WHAS 11's Anna Rivera caught up with some of those fans to talk about the ongoing scandal and their thoughts moving forward. All right, Anna, thank you. The U of L investigation story continues to develop and has done so for the past few days. If you want to stay up to date with the latest information, we've made it real easy for you. Just head to our website at WHAS11.com/U of L investigation. Barrett Avenue. One of the things, unfortunately, I'm reminded of as we think about the safety of everyone here, especially the officers. We had that chase earlier this year that unfortunately ended with a crash that took the life of a Louisville Metro police officer.
And at these speeds, you have to think about pedestrians because that car, for city streets, that car is flying.
It's flying. 2 lanes on either side of the road, narrow streets, and even when you turn into those neighborhoods, the streets get even more narrow with parked cars on the side. And we know what time of day this is, 5:19. This is the heart of rush hour here in the Metro, regardless of a holiday weekend. It's still a Thursday afternoon, and folks are getting off of work. This is now on Breckenridge, we're being told by our booth and our assignment desk. Several Louisville Metro police officers in pursuit of this vehicle, Gary. This is hard to watch. And police still just turned off of Jackson now.
All right.
This
what
may
do we got
be
here?
It's getting a little bit more dicey. This person is looking for any open road, any sidewalk. And
there it is.
We believe they may have that person cornered right there.
Okay, let's watch.
We're going to be careful with what we show here, but hopefully this person gives themselves up. They are on the ground, hands out. Surrounded by
and
more than one person in the vehicle now, we know.
They're on the ground now.
And it looks like a third person, so at least 3 people who are in that 4 now on the ground. And
at least a dozen police officers and 4 police cars surrounding this. The pursuit has ended here. We understand that this was close to Jackson Street, but he went through what appeared to be a parking lot or a vacant lot and then wound up trying to turn back.
And this is on St. Catherine, we are now being told. And you also have to think you've got 4 individuals that are now in police custody. Obviously too early to tell who these people are, but we do know this is in connection to a shooting that happened in Old Louisville. And with all of this how long this chase ended, there are multiple scenes that police have to go to now.
Right.
You are looking live here at Churchill Downs as we begin our week-long coverage from the backside. This picture courtesy of our photojournalist Mark Cowherd. It is GMK's Week on the Backside. Each year there are so many storylines to cover, and this year is no different. A lot to get to you here today.
And we will be here on the backside all this week with complete coverage of all things Derby. We are breaking down everything from horses and track events to fashion and food. So very excited to be joining you all week from the backside.
It looks great to see that shot every year here, and it is a pleasure to be with you here on this Monday morning, May 1st. Good morning, Kentuckiana. From Churchill Downs, I'm Derrick Rose.
And I'm Juliana Valencia. We have a lot to get to, but I am so excited. The anticipation has been building since I got to Louisville.
And I'm excited for you. I know it's almost like I'm passing the baton in a sense. Last year was my first year on the backside. This year is your chance and your first Derby. So soak it all in and remember the tip.
What is the tip?
Watch where you step.
Oh, yes. Watch where you step. Well, we've got a lot to